This is a short-term review and forecast for Tesla as of 1/3/2022. Let's go. This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the trading agent, and this is my stock, Bitcoin, gold, and silver daily market recaps. Please subscribe if you like what you see. Thank you. This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the trading agent, and we are doing a little update for Tesla. Again, stop by the Discord room if you want to see what's going on. I'm currently short 100 shares. I am upside down on them slightly right now, but I have a stop, I have a plan, and if I'm wrong, hey, it happens. But let's go over what's going on with Tesla just in general and why I'm doing what I'm doing. So Tesla, surges after vehicle delivery. I mean, I know from the beginning of the year they're expecting to deliver at least 1 million cars for 2021. So that's, to me, a slight miss. But, whatever. The numbers are priced in for whatever they are. And that's why fundamental trading is always a pain in the ass, because fundamentals and stock action don't always line up. Because then also you see over the weekend, Tesla recalls 675,000 cars in the U.S. and China. So whatever. At this point, the news is what it is. Let's get into the chart and what we're thinking. So we talked about holding the 50-day, breaking the downtrend would be bullish, but this is why I see a short-term little wall for Tesla. And again, it's a probability game. I'm not sitting here telling you I'm going to be right 100%. Anyone who says sell certainty is just full of shit. So this is what here's a little video about why I think it might take a break here, and hopefully it makes sense. And if it doesn't, well, congrats to the bulls. If it does, then my pair trade will continue to work when I've shorted it and made a little money each time on shorting Tesla from certain levels. So I always tell people, high volume highs and lows love to retest. Like, this is a big emotional day candle, right? Tons of volume, wide action, big movements. This candle matters. Notice that's where the high of today is. I mean, it's not rocket science. I mean, support equals resistance. We'll notice it. Like, we've tested it, bull trap, lower. Tested it and then failed. My guess is right now, you've gone too fast, too quickly to this range high. There's going to be tons of people, and I'm just generically drawing this, that have been buying, let's just say, I don't know, in this area that would love to get back to even. And if they get back to even, they're probably going to take they're trying to take some off, because they probably realize, like, hey, they were the idiot who buys high and sells, low. But if they can get back to even, they'll, probably take some profits. And again, think about also, too, the people who bought in this range. Are they going to take profits? Now, that's one of the things about the market is, my scalp here for a short is not, it's not meant to make me rich. Again, when I scalp, it's small cookies. It's just to make a little money here and then trading the action that I think is possible. So if you're using these levels, set your stop accordingly. Now, breaking the downtrend, I said in the previous, would be bullish, but this is a huge move. It's probably too much too soon. And it's interesting because I'm watching the intraday money flow, and I noticed a ton of one share buys and then big block sells. Institutions clearly look like they're selling. Now, how that affects, the short term, I don't know. And that's where I think we might be running into a little bull trap up here. I'm going to draw the charts as I would, because again, I don't have these, I don't use this computer for trading. It's more of a recording only. And again, I wish, for the love of God, if eSignal is ever listening, please update your systems around on Mac. This level to me is interesting. I mean, it has to be. I mean, you have to think about all the volume that's trapped up in these nodes, and you can see, like, you're at the very top of a sell node or the volume distribution up in here. I mean, and it's, again, this isn't 100% rocket science. Like, I can't say with that certainty that I'm going to be right here. It's all probabilities. And so you can put in your mind, here's that gap. I would think that if you get back up to here, you're going to find sellers. I mean, it's just natural, because it's the high end of the node here. As you can see, like, there's more. Anybody who bought and sold in here, if they wanted to get back to even, this is probably the upside they're shooting for. And if they bought up in here and up at the highs, then they're probably going to be taking some off. Now, again, what ultimately happens, I don't know. No one knows. But is the risk worth the reward at shorting? I mean, I think so. When stock goes from 884 to 1070s or 1170s, I mean, maybe it's due for like a little, blip. I mean, again, don't do what I'm doing if you don't have a plan. Like, I'm prepared to lose money. I'm prepared for people to come out of the woodwork and say, hey, you're wrong, all day. Like, it doesn't bother me. Like, that's trading, because ultimately what you see with trading is you're going to be wrong. It's just how you handle losses, because there's tons of people who came, who went silent when I'm like, hey, you should probably start liquidating and taking profit selling cover calls. And then I said, this candle was dangerous. And then when you retested it these times, you failed. Well, guess what? You're back up there. And again, congrats to the bulls. We talked about these levels down in the 900. They're probably good buys. And then actually on the 21st, if you watch that video, I said this candle was super bullish, and then confirmed it with this professional gap. This to me feels more like a novice gap, like a gap up, like to sell off. Now again, how deep is the sell off? It just depends. I mean, I keep telling people, like, once you get a big move, you expect digestion. I mean, you saw it in 2021 at the end. You got this really big, I mean, gosh, man, this was such a monster move. I mean, congrats to the bulls who held it. I mean, you went from, again, this is all post-split, 71 up to 900. And what happened? I mean, it based. It took time to, like, chop out. It took time to just shake out. I mean, that's the best way to put it. I mean, you can see it went nowhere for months, and it topped in January. Now, is it possible that we're like double topping here? You just have to have that in your mindset. Again, like I really hate beginner traders who just think that holding stocks is how the market makers and how people in the market got rich. No, they typically traded them, and they used levels to add and sell and buy back and add more and own more shares. I mean, again, you can get lucky sometimes buying and holding, but not everything is a Tesla. But also there are times where Tesla lags. It just lags. It's just part of the market. Like, something can't always lead and go higher. So I hope this helps. You see the levels. Again, if I'm wrong, hey, it won't be the first or the last time. I might be the only person who comes on here and says I will be wrong, because I know my probabilities, but I don't always day trade. So this is, like I said, this is a little scalp that I have on, because again, I have 100 shares. I mean, it's much smaller than my typical size, because I'm trying to trade for points or percentages. My day trades are always going to be 10% of my swing trades, because I expect to be wrong more on my day trades, right? Like, that's just the nature of it. You're trying to predict the intraday action. That is the reality. It is a low-hanging fruit. The odds of being right intraday all the time are not possible. So anyone who's selling you on that, again, I mean, we can find signals where the average person can be 60, 70%. Like, that's not hard. But I'm trying to wait and be patient for the best day trades too. That's the hardest thing. Like, if you're playing all this intraday stuff, well, congratulations, But I'm waiting for the support equals resistance. I'm waiting for the swing points. I'm waiting for high volume highs, high volume lows, letting formations play out. Now, again, we talked about this intraday as this was happening, that I wouldn't be surprised if you had some wicks up here. And we had initially, it's on the 10-minute, you can see it. And this is where, again, being wrong happens, is this opening bar, and I apologize, I don't use this computer very often. This opening bar followed by this bar was interesting, because you had a ton of sellers right off the open. You made a new high, and then you sold right back. And that's why I'm watching, like, again, we are currently over that level, which, again, this is where if you were a bear, you're hoping to see a bull trap here. I'm hoping to see a bull trap. And if I'm wrong, then it's going to go higher. And the trap it's not a trap. It's actually continuation. So if you were intraday watching Tesla, like, watch the 1170s. I mean, again, like, support equals resistance. These levels matter. They take time to play out. But again, if you're bullish, you like this action. But what I'm waiting to see is this exhaustive? Because again, if people are buying here and it does not continue to go higher, they might get trapped. And that's usually how you create a big spill. You trap a bunch of buyers and then you unload. So I hope this kind of stuff helps. Stop by the Discord room. Please subscribe if you like the content. Again, I'm not trying to sell anyone on certainty. I'm trying to sell you on the understanding of how the markets work. Because if you teach a man to fish, he'll catch his own fish. But if you're relying on me for all of your trades, you're just not going to be that successful, because I do things that fit my personality. I don't know your personality. What do you think is the best trade? Like, how do you want it? Do you want to be a very aggressive trader? I personally used to be, and I've toned it down because I realized like my aggressiveness is not necessarily a good thing in the markets, because aggressiveness should be predicated on the probabilities, not by my nature. So I don't know. These are topics for another time, but I hope this helps. If you got questions, again, stop by the Discord room. If you want to tell me I'm an idiot, I don't care. It just makes me laugh because I'm going to be wrong. And if you're not wrong, then I hope you're a bazillionaire and a trillionaire. So on that note, love everybody. Take care. Have a great. Thanks for watching. For more trading knowledge and insight, click on the videos on the right, and also join the Discord room. Link is in the description below. If you have any questions, please stop on by the Discord room and let's chat. Thank you.